now we're going to head north from Lewis to meet with Alan Bolden from the Bolton Diggers, who has 5 minutes to tell us all about their Alternative Economy 2023 Skills Building Reconomy project. Alan, the floor is yours.
Hello, can you hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah, okay. I'm Alan from Bolton Diggers, Bolton in Lancashire. We've been involved in community food projects for many years, especially food growing, with various groups, including a lot of hard-to-reach groups. We have a strong belief in developing a sustainable economy. We're always exploring ideas around the commons, what you call the commons, about prosperity being found in the form of shared resources and assets. Just to go back a little bit, when in 2020 COVID-19 came along, we had to reorganize what we were doing a lot. And at that time, we set up a new group called Bolton Mutual Aid to support people self-isolating. So we attracted about 30 to 40 new volunteers going out to people and supporting people in the community. As we came out of the pandemic, we thought a lot about the effect of it on the local economy and the precarity of local economies, but we also picked up on elements of resilience, which we noticed, especially the importance of grassroots connections and suppliers. At this point, we approached Transition Network, and they kindly gave us some funding to put on a series of talks on the theme of alternative economies. So we invited speakers from various cooperatives, social enterprises, craftspeople, and so on. And we had some really good discussions around, for example, the decline of town centres and alternative distribution hubs, such as car boot sales. Following on from this, at the end of last year, Transition gave us more funding to put on a follow-up to that, and a natural development of it was to put on workshops, which we did this year, again with this alternative economies theme. But this time the emphasis was more on sharing practical skills from experts, from local people who might not otherwise engage with them. Free workshops. Now, I would say that any group organising a project might be doing it on top of the normal group activities, and those activities themselves might take place on top of having to go out to work to pay for your bills. So given this, I think it's very important when devising a project to keep things simple and manageable, to do doable ideas which lie within your capacity in terms of time and skills. So given this approach about simplicity, we planned out a series of workshops over the spring and summer, taking place on Saturdays to include as many people as possible. We sought out suitable providers who we thought offered the type of skills which we think are important in a sort of future, more sustainable economy. So we've had sessions on, for example, fruit tree maintenance, mushroom growing, beekeeping, woodworking, willow fence weaving, sourdough bread baking, and food preservation. And we've still got a couple more to do in the next month or so. We did them in different locations on our community gardens, mostly. And we were really lucky with the weather. Every time we did a workshop, the sun came out, and even though it had been raining for a week before, so we were really happy about that. And also we did it in a local community centre as well, which is a nice little accessible place. We promoted it just doing simple, colourful, old-fashioned posters, which seemed to work well. We did a few. We distributed them on around social media, and did some paper copies of that as well. And it all worked well. We've had the workshops have been very well attended. We've had between 15 and 25 people to each one. It's brought us into contact with new people, or it's reinforced relationships which we already had. And in terms of the providers of the workshops, it's supported their livelihoods. So we've got in contact with new groups, new community networks, and official agencies. And within the town, I think we've raised our profile a lot in the work that we do. and it's helped in our push to get people interested in also developing a strategy for local food in Bolton. Most importantly, it has, of course, inspired people to try new things and to go away and pursue them either at home in their domestic economy, or to go away and pursue them in collective settings, perhaps in the local commuter group or allotment association. Final thing we did, which I think is really important, is monitoring and evaluation. We just at the end of every session, we got everyone to fill out a simple form saying, did they find the workshop useful? What ways did they find it useful? And we've captured all that information, as well as doing loads of photographs and short films as well. We didn't have the things we've done as part of a logical progression, really. We haven't had a template, and we've just developed our ideas and activities as we've gone along with a suck it and see sort of attitude, really. But it's worked out quite well, and what I would say generally is just re-emphasize that thing about keeping it simple, because it's something that's worked for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Alan. Amazing. Much appreciated.